Hi, Gems. We're going to be talking about a freaky financial Friday on a Thursday, okay? You know what, y'all? I want to talk to y'all about protecting your finances and calming your nerves at the same time. This is no time to panic. We're going to bounce back, but it's when we're going to bounce back. Nobody knows that. So we have to listen to the experts who have money. And I'm going to come out and tell y'all what Jeff Bezos said yesterday. Now, you know Jeff Bezos is probably the richest guy in the United States. Trump tried to say he was, but he's not, okay? But y'all, I need y'all to hit that like button. I need y'all to share this video. I'm going to tell y'all some ways that y'all can save money. I'm going to tell y'all some ways that y'all won't even be worrying about what's going on outside. I showed y'all the video what Buffy was talking about. Buffy was saying, honey, don't be putting no Christmas on layaway. You talk to your children and let them know here is $150. You stay way up under your budget for Christmas, because sometimes we look at our bills in January and realize that we done spent over $1,000 on a holiday when our kids get Christmas every day because they eat. They allowed to turn on the lights. They got toilet paper to wipe their butts. That is their real Christmas, okay? Because there are people who don't have those essentials every day. So I'm going to read our inspiration. And I want y'all to remember this inspiration. And then I'm going to give you a quick idea on what you can do so you can realize how much money you're spending foolishly. Yeah, I said it. Sometimes y'all spend money foolishly, and I'm going to let you see how you can see when you're using money foolishly. Okay, so this is our inspiration. Now listen to this. This is for all of us because nobody's perfect. I fall, I rise, I make mistakes, I live, I learn. I've been hurt, but I'm alive. I'm human. I'm not perfect, but I'm thankful. I have confidence. I have confidence. I have faith. I will continue putting one foot in front of the other and keep moving forward. That's what strong people do. I'm going to tell you, this recession will make you feel like you're not strong. But we strong. We are powerful, especially women. I ain't going to lie to you. We learn how to multitask life, and you don't even see your own strength because you're going through the struggle. But when you make it on the other side and say, good God, thank you. But we do make it on the other side. There is no way that we just give up. You got to keep your credit score good, because once all this is over in the state of New York, now I'm going to find out if this is everywhere. If you have a bill and you can't pay your bill, as long as you pay $1 on the bill, you call your credit cards and say, I'm not able to make a payment this month. They will put your payment to the back. You got ways that you can breathe, and I'm going to let you know. Hey, y'all. Hi, Associated Pizza. Hey, Tiffany. Let me see who in my house. We got Don Thomas, Vicky. Y'all hit the like button. Doreen Price. Marva is my super sniper. Thomasina Singleton up in this house. Tiffany James, how are you? Let's see. Sweet Lady Eats in Aquarium. Let's see. And Felicia, how are you? I'm on live. Wait a minute. I'm on live. Can you call me back? I'm on live. Can you call me back? Bye. So we got, that's my daughter in New York. I'm gonna see her tonight. I don't know what girl, she's so crazy. But anyway, I'm going to tell you. So I want y'all to remember that we fall. We gonna fall doing this financial thing. Everybody, I don't care how much money you got, okay? But let me see. 80% of life is not what happens, but how you react. The other 20 is beyond your control. How you react to a situation can be just as deadly as the situation itself. And those are facts and words. And look, this, if you think you are going to fail, you will do something to make your failure happen. That's why I told y'all, you can't believe you're going to fail. Well, everybody goes through a struggle, but we make it. Why run a race when you think you're going to fail? You must keep a positive mindset. Now let me tell you what's going to happen right quick. I'm going to tell you something factual. If you get a piece of notebook paper and you write Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So Monday, you went to Wendy's and you spent $10.26. Then you went to Starbucks and you spent $6. And then you had to get $100 worth of gas from your car. You have spent $116.26 on Monday, right? You know you ain't need no Wendy's. You know you could have packed lunch at home. You know you didn't need no Starbucks. You could have got no. You could buy your little coffee maker and take it to work and buy the creamer that you like. So that way you would have saved $16.26. You got to get gas for your car. But imagine doing this every week. Tuesday you do this. Wednesday you do this. And Tuesday you put all your receipts together, add it up, and you'll see how much money you spent on Tuesday. Then you go back and say, I really didn't need Wendy's. I really didn't need the Starbucks. I really didn't need those shoes. I really did. Once you see how you spending your money and you know that you don't need it to spend your money on that, look, don't buy lunch out every day. Learn to pack your lunch. Everybody got a microwave at work. Everybody got a microwave at work. So you got to learn how to cut back on your spending foolishly. So listen, remember some content creator was joking me, calling me Miss AARP. Well, and then I came out and said, I am a member of AARP. Well, AARP magazine just came in the mail yesterday. And I'm going to tell you what it talks about. Social Security pay. That's getting ready to go up. If you get Social Security for your children, if your mama and daddy get Social Security, it's about to jump up in 2023, okay? Then it tells me how to preserve a nest egg. I don't care how many bills you got to pay yourself first. Pay you first, okay? Then you work your bills around your little nest egg because it's a coming. It's going to be an emergency. It's a coming, okay? So you got to plan a stable future. Listen, you can walk into a bank, y'all. If you have a home, you have a bank, look up your equity. You can pay your bills from your equity and then you can pay it back. You got to use your resources because I'm going to tell you what's happening. Your W-2, your money in your investments, y'all are losing it as we sit here and talk. But you know what you do? You call Mass Mutual or whoever you invest through and say, I need $60,000 off that money. Be wise and pay the taxes front and back off that money when you retrieve it. So if you retrieve you want $50,000, ask for $60,000. Pay the taxes up front and the taxes on the back. And guess what? You rather get your own money than let the stock market lose everything you got. See, a lot of people around here has been getting money from their stocks and they're paying their bills off. That money you don't even have to pay back, period. So you got to realize you got resources. If y'all got a job, y'all got a 401k. You tell them that you having a hardship. You get that money, you pay the taxes up front, and you tell them, I want to pay my taxes on the back. Then you will get a W-2 for the money you took out your 401k, and you will find out you don't have to pay no taxes on it. You got to work smarter, not harder, okay? So then we got smart money moves. That's a smart money move to fight inflation. Inflation is here. It is here, everybody. And in 2023, Jeff Bezos is letting society know it's going to be worse than ever. Okay. So that's one thing. Your 401k, you talk to your 401k people and you tell them you need some money. How much can I get? And I want to pay my taxes on it up front. Don't let them people tell you, well, if you do this, you're going to have to pay tax. You already know that because Marcella Speaks is telling you you're going to have to pay taxes on it. Pay it there right then and there so you're not frustrated at tax time, okay? And do it before 2023. Call them people. That's your money. That is your money. Now, let me explain something to you. I'm going to let you read it for yourself because, see, when I'm talking to y'all, I like for y'all to see it for yourself. Amazon founder Jeff Bezos warns the U.S. economy may slump into a recession. We in a recession. And say people should brace for a painful downturn. Now, I'm going to tell you the downturn he's talking about. You're not going to be able to pay your bills because interest rates are going up again. We had a 2-day boost in the stock market. The S&P 500 came out on Monday and said, ooh, we're getting some money back. What I tell y'all, before I tell y'all about the S&P 500, which that's primarily where your employer is putting your money into and losing. They losing your money, right? That's what the stocks are. It's your money. The hard people working and thinking you putting your money over there for them to save it, that's your money. And they losing it when you could be using it, okay? Let me see some of these comments. Jones said, history is repeating itself. We are actually going to experience a Great Depression 2030. Possibly. We must remember a rich man will go for the gold brick. A wealthy man will go for the gold mine. Rich people buy assets. One-time use. Wealth people buy resources. Many-time users. Let me tell you something. How y'all think 45 bounce back every time? How y'all think he bounced back? He know the secret. They got you programmed to think that you can't touch your money. Wrong. And if you look at the interest rates on your home, you got money down in your home. Whether you've been there 20 years, 25 years, you have interest that you can go to a bank and tell them. You don't go to the bank where you're paying your thing. You said, I want to know how much interest I got in my house. You could pull some of that money out. Now you're gonna have to pay that back. You're going to have to pay that back. But guess what? Would you rather have one monthly bill or would you rather have 7 bills that you're trying to figure out how you're going to pay? I'm going to tell you something. A lot of people are going to figure out, now listen to my words, a lot of people are going to be trying to figure out, are they going to pay the heat or are they going to eat? Don't do that. You ain't got to do that. I'm giving you the resources to say, I need to call the people they invested my money with out my paycheck that I'm earning every 2 weeks or every week. And I'm going to tell you how you can start acting like a squirrel in a bear market, okay? And I'm going to explain to you again what bear and bull market is. It's very important because that has everything to do with your retirement. A bear and a bull market. I'm going to tell you. Every other month, I act cheap as can be. I won't spend money foolishly. I don't have a problem saying no because I'm 57 years old and I know that I'm going to get a Social Security check today. But guess what? Down the line, they may not be no Social Security check. They would tell me that all my money was lost in this crazy stock market right now. That's what they're going to tell me. Well, you was going to get $4,000 a month for Social Security, but we only can give you $1,000. And then I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to live on $1,000. No, I'm taking my money now, some of it, and then y'all could lose the rest. Here we go. John Booth says, we need to stop funding rich people and their business. And guess what? We need to also, John Booth reaches a very good point. Why are we going to help Michael Kors get richer than when you got little stores around your area that are self-owned, people-owned? We don't patron them. You know why? Because we have a mentality that we got to look better than the next person. My shirt I have on, $7.99, Walmart. And guess what? Now, my jeans that I got on, okay, they cost $200. But guess what? I bought these jeans years ago, and I wouldn't do that today. But y'all don't know. Rich people dress high-low. It, anybody who's wearing Gucci and Prada all on the same time, that's not how you should be dressing. Gucci and Prada should never be worn together. But people don't know that. They don't know that. Let me tell you, we need to start helping each other. Listen, y'all got, even in New York, my grandmother would grow tomatoes and stuff in her windows on the ledge in her apartment. Start a little garden inside your house. See, when we growing our watermelon, we start in February and we put it in our warm garage with a solar light, and we start growing it, and then we take it outside and replant it when it starts getting warm. We have to use resources. Doreen Price said, I am 69 years old and retired. It's really rough out here. It is. But Miss Doreen, hopefully Social Security is going to give you bigger checks. You see that? Social Security checks, they will jump up in 2023. Let me tell you something. It saddens me when I see people around here losing their homes. They so deep in the hole, they don't know what to do. But guess what? They don't have the education to go, and they could have saved themselves by telling their employer, I need some of that money. I'm about to lose my home. If you tell them you having a hardship, they got to turn your money over to you. You might have to pay it back, but guess what? It won't be as much as you're trying to pay. People are losing their homes right now, y'all. It's sad. But let me tell y'all what Jeff Bezos said. Jeff Bezos said the U.S. economy faces a significant, not a little, not a lot, he said significant risk of recession. Amazon billionaire founder advised people to prepare for a difficult downturn. Bezos flagged inflation as a critical problem to solve earlier this year. He did. The way he was telling people, I was telling y'all that we're going to go into a recession. And guess what? You get up there and you listen to 45 and 46. Said, no, we're not in no recession. We're not in no recession. Okay, let me tell y'all something. We have a reserve of gas, right? For your cars and heating. So say we have 10 gallons of gas over there. 46, y'all know who 46 is our president right now. He done already took 5 from the 10 that we got. And now he want to take another 5. So you got to remember that the reserve been sitting over there for emergency. Now, if we had 10 and he took 5 the first time and he get ready to take 2, that means we have 3 gallons left to take care of everybody. You got to be more mindful. Listen, the people in the South, you in South Carolina, North Carolina, you better go get you a kerosene heater. You better get something that you can use naturally, because I'm going to tell you right now, the government will not cut off people's stuff up north. They're not going to do that. They ain't going to do you first. But I'm going to tell you what New York has. And then they be saying, oh, it's a blackout. We don't know what it is. They turn your lights out to save. They turn your lights out in your building to save. It's nothing you can do. It's government. The government is trying to run every aspect of your life. But like I just told you, you cannot control the government. But you can control yourself and your spending right now. Go out and start getting your dry beans. Go out and start getting your smoked turkey or whatever and put it in Ziploc bags and put it in the freezer. Go back to the basics. Most of us, we come from the South and we know how to make a pot of beans and freeze some of it. We know how to get collard greens and freeze some of it. Do you know they raise the prices according to what we need the most? Milk and eggs is going up very high. Not the almond milk, regular milk that they know that we we use. Sugar. You know, a lot of Caucasian people do not, they drink their tea without sugar, but they know we drink our sweet ghetto tea and we love it because I love it with sweet. We have to remember that everything is centralized around poor, middle class, and rich. They don't care if you're white and poor, white, middle class, or rich. Now, y'all know what they did to us when 45 was in that office. Wealthy people. See, is a difference between rich and wealthy. Wealthy people did not pay taxes. Rich people paid taxes. Middle class people paid taxes. And the poor people, you just didn't get no money. What they did is say, okay, we're going to give you this little stimulus check and we're going to give you some unemployment. And now the government has called to collect. They've called to collect. So I'm going to tell you something. Let me go on what Jeff Bezos is saying. Amazon billionaire founder and executive chairman retweeted a CNBC clip of Goldman Sachs CEO David Solomon. In it, the bank chief advises business owners to be cautious and people for more market vitality as growth unwinds. I'm going to explain that. Market vitality. That means your money that you got invested, it's going to be lost. Why can't it be lost with you? Why can't you now be calling them on Monday and try to get some of your money? Tu hablo español? So, okay. Thank you. Thank you for following me. Y'all hit the like button. My uncle is 69 and retired. I take care of him. You make sure that they're giving you the money you need to take care of him. A friend of mine said she had been telling her family to get used to eating once a day. It's a form of preparation. Right. Y'all, you can't afford it. Our kids today, let me tell you something about my children. They don't like leftovers. But now we got to bring our kids back. Instead of McDonald's, it's going to be McMamas. We're not going to know. I'm telling you, I went to buy 2 cheeseburgers, 2 fries, and 2 drinks, came up to $26.10. We got to start training our kids that every time we go out, we're not going to be eating out. We got to start telling our kids like we used to, like your mama used to tell you, don't ask for nothing. Don't touch nothing. We got to get back into that because guess what? We were so fixated on our kids we didn't have a lot growing up. And now we say, I didn't have, and let me make sure that my kids have everything I didn't have. Oh, no. Oh, no. So this is my daughter right here, y'all. You see what she said? I'm not too good for leftovers. But guess what? My daughter right there will come home from New York, and while I'm gone, she decides to clean out the refrigerator and throw everything away, even if I cooked it the night before. Right, John? Anyway, hey, Aunt NIECY ain't up here. Popping up on the porch at work. Y'all, so glad we have a chance to prepare. We got a chance right now. We're in October. Black Friday is section off to take your money. You got to remember, if they bought this pen for 3 cents and then you go to the black market sale, it is 3, 6, 9, 12. It's 12 cents. Look how much profit they're making off a 3-cent pen. You got to remember, they mark it up to mark it down to sell it to us. So why can't we go through our drawers at home? I bet you if everybody went through their drawers at home, you're going to find an access of pencils and pens. Well, now it's time for you to do that with your money. You got to find out on little things where you can get your own money and you don't. You got to, my daughter is so crazy. You got to find a way to get your resources, okay? Do not go broke trying to live, and then when stuff start bouncing back, you have nothing because you've been being strangled through this whole thing. I'm going to tell you something. Cousin 19 is alive and well out there, right? You think they're going to tell you so you will get scared and stay in? Because then if you stay in, your money's staying in. They're letting people go out there and catch whatever. Spend your money to help these businesses so we don't have to be given an SBA loan again because so many people defrauded the small business, SBA. So they want you to be out there, you can sick and die. They don't care. They got to keep stimulating the economy with money, but they're not giving you none. Y'all get these credit cards. Do not pay over. If you ain't got the money to say, I owe $200 on my credit card and I have $200 and I'm going to pay them off, you pay them the minimum payment. Stop paying them $50 and $60. I know that when you get your bill, it says on the bill, if you pay it off with the minimum payment, you'll be paying 8 years. They keep going up on your interest rate on your credit card. They have did it 3 times already, and they're getting ready to do it again. After Christmas, right after Christmas, just in time. You done spent your money. Okay, in the distribution of outcomes, there's a good chance we could have a recession in the United States. Stop playing in our face. We are in a recession. Every time they go up on the interest rate, they add to the recession. What are you talking about? And you know what they're doing here? They giving the people in the projects extra food stamps. They're giving people extra food stamps. But guess what? They're turning off their heat to save gas. Or they're turning down their heat where they can't say it's very cold outside. They got the heat on 62. That's too cold. But they control your heat. So they're going to give you something to eat, but they're not going to heat you. Look at what they're doing. Associated Minister Reserve, learn to be the shepherd of your life. Don't let anyone else make you the sheep of their life. That's right. You're the artist of your life. What colors are you going to put on the canvas? This is actually a true statement. Are you going to paint poverty when you've been working? Are you going to paint a sunny picture even though you know it's raining outside? It's very important that we learn to take care of ourselves and take times to cut back. Now, let me give you some shocking things going on. That was Jeff Bezos, Amazon billionaire, okay? Let me show you some other things that's going on, what they're talking about. Look, see right here what it's Wisconsin taxpayers group asked the Supreme Court to what? Block the Biden student debt relief. You know what I mean? This man want to pay off majority Afro-Americans' education. Block it. Block it. Anything that will help the minority, the Republicans are coming in boldly now. Wisconsin taxpayer, a taxpayers group in Wisconsin asked the U.S. Supreme Court to block President Joe Biden's student loan. Now, I'm going to tell you another thing. We need to be out there voting. Some people don't believe it. Some people say they're going to do what they want to do and all this kind of facts. But guess what? That still doesn't negate you from being responsible to go out and let your voice be heard. Because one day they're going to be listening to us. Ladies, you should never be letting the government control your body. You tell me if a man inappropriately touch me and I get pregnant, I have to keep this guy's baby. Or I might need this baby gone because I'm having health problems and you're not allowed to get an abortion. I'm going to tell you, you should be in control of you. That's how you decide. Are you going to be the sheep of you? Or are you going to let somebody else make you the sheep and have a chain around your neck? We have to stand up for our rights. We have to be responsible and take accountability for putting ourselves in debt. We couldn't help it. They giving us credit cards like it's, free movie passes. And we're tempted. So now that we're going through this, we should practice on now and then trickling this down to our next generations. Some of us are in our 50s, late 50s, and 60s and 70s. Do you have a child or grandchildren to not make the mistakes you made? This is when you need to sit up and tell them, you don't need all that stuff. Kylie Jenner has money. Why would you be buying her makeup when you can go right inside Rite Aid, Walgreens, and buy the same makeup and just don't have Kylie Jenner's name on it? Let's see what this is. Just because you catch hell doesn't mean you have to hold it. Absolutely. I'm catching hell being all alone. Just because someone put the mess on the plate don't mean you have to eat it. I'm Marva. Thank you, Marva, for welcoming that. We're all farmers in another person's life. We can plant seeds or we can plant weeds. And guess what? He means that means so much. We can let somebody keep programming us and they're planting weeds in us. Or we need to plant seeds of filtering down our legacy and our generation. We have to teach our kids to stop wanting to wear somebody else's name. Be creative. You don't have to keep wearing, name brand. These are the negative things of life and the darkness of life. Yes, I understand part of your conversation. I have a friend from the US and I love him so much. He lives in Denmark. Oh, okay. All right, now you got to share this video with him and ask him what I'm saying. Make your survival list and check it twice. LOL, been preparing since June. Canned goods, PPE, meats, dry beans, water, first aid, two to three items a week. I'm done. Now the solar heater and extra blankets. Absolutely, y'all. Do y'all know that they're going up on your heating bill? They done told y'all over and over and over again. But guess what? They told you in a way that you're not quite understanding that when you get your first heating bill for December from November, from you celebrating Thanksgiving, your bill could be 18% more than it's ever been. So him giving us that free gas, 46, now it's time to pay. You're going to be deciding, are you going to get that loaf of bread and that bologna and mayonnaise and cheese? Or are you going to take this extra $40 that might cost you and put it on your heating bill? We have to prepare. And on my community page is the list. If not, I will have NIECY repost it again. So y'all will know how to get yourself ready. Now, let me tell you some things that's happening. Let me tell you this. Look at this. Look at this. America's tax brackets are changing thanks to inflation. That may be good news if you didn't get a raise this year. So far, 2022, we have had the highest consumer price increases since the 1980s, meaning your money doesn't go as far as it used to. And guess what? They're going to do it again in 2023, January 2023. They're going to raise the interest rates again. There's no way that they can lower the interest rate, even if we had good days until Thanksgiving, which they will lie to you and say we have. They will lie to you because they want you to run out there on Black Friday and spend your money. You guys, the best time to buy Christmas presents is right now. Because like I said, they're going to bring their stuff in there in November. They're going to lower the price so that you can go in there and buy it. But guess what? That means you're just paying the wholesale price. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's what they're going to do on Black Friday. They're going to lower a TV that they only paid $50 for. They marked it up into $150, and they're going to mark it down to $100. But they only paid $50 for it. They're still making $100 profit. That's why you need to practice on using your coupons. Know what you're buying. Research something before you buy it. Just don't run to the first store that you can get it. Some of y'all, I don't know if y'all know what Roses is. They sell TVs in there. It's the same TVs that you can get at a TV place, but they just put it in a different box. I learned that dresses that I was buying at Macy's for $180 that I could go over to Marshall's. They just don't have the name brand inside the dress, but it's the same exact dress. Go to your dollar stores. Buy your cleaning products in your dollar stores. Buy your toilet paper in your dollar store. You can buy a whole case of paper towels for $30. I know they're not the quality of Bounty, but it comes a time where we got to put Bounty down and buy a dollar store. Nope, you didn't miss me talking about stocks because I'm going to get on that right now. You didn't miss it. Now, I'm going to tell you, I don't know any of you, I don't know who gets the AARP bulletin, but you know what? You can pull it up, aarpbulletin.com, and I like to get it where I can hold it. I'm going to tell you a little bit about what's going on with these stocks. I told you about Social Security jumping up, right? I told you about how you can save your money. You need to contact your job and tell them you need your money, okay? With the stocks, they've been going down, but everybody don't have money to spend, okay? You see this right here? It says, I don't know if y'all can read it. Do take some stock market risk. Can you see that? It says, do take some stock market risks. That means if you can afford to do that, that's what you need to do. I'm going to make sure that I tell y'all some things to look into with people that's going to be running it by. Pick a percentage of your portfolio. You got a portfolio. You got a 401k, right? And you will commit to stocks for several years. If you can afford to put some money over there and get you some stocks, do it. Because guess what? I'm about to cash in some of mine before they lose it, okay? Like I told you, start little by little. If you're going to start investing, please educate yourself on investing and do some penny stocks. Do y'all know that y'all let other people invest y'all 401k? Y'all don't even know where your money go. Half of us don't even know where our money go. They should be giving you monthly or every 3 months at least where your money is being invested. Y'all, they about to lose all our money. They about to lose it. So look, this is smart money moves to fight inflation. These are smart money moves where you invest. I know you're scared, but don't fixate on the short term. It's scary or exciting. Focus on the long term. Focus on if you get some of your money and get out of debt right now. Because any credit card you got, the interest rate go up. So if you have $100 that you've charged, you're going to end up having to pay 100% of that back. So you're going to pay $200 back on $100. Get rid of those high interest. Go through your credit cards and look for those high interest. Like I told you, let me tell you. This was 2 days ago, okay? Let me show you so you can read it for yourself. I don't play with y'all when it comes to Asian shares fall after week earning pull Wall Street lower. Now, let me tell you something. You say, why is she telling us about Asia? You know why I'm telling you about Asia? Because it affects Wall Street. It affects Wall Street. Asia affects Wall Street. Every country affects American stock and Wall Street. That's why. Let me see. Remember I told y'all about JP Morgan Chase wanting Kanye money out the bank? Now look at this. JP Morgan launches fundraising platform to lure startups. Pay attention. You just put a billionaire out your bank. Now you want other people to come in and cover where he's going to be taken by November 1st, when JP Morgan should have stayed out of there and took care of their business. Every country affects America. You see this? Every country affects America. And that's what's happening with our stocks. Russia just called martial law. Okay, imagine you paying for a house and the government calls martial law for the soldiers. They need a place to stay. They can kick you out of your own house and take over your own house because it's martial law. You have to give up your home. Y'all, we need to pay attention to definitions of these things because we don't know. I would have never thought, nothing about martial law. Look at this, the things that I talked to you about today. U.S. sells oil reserves as Biden tackles pump prices ahead of elections. They are giving us oil that we might need tomorrow. Y'all, they're doing things to us that we are so focused on this over here in this hand that we're forgetting about the hand that's already closed. But we got to pry it open. You got to learn your stocks. I told you, start looking at the stocks every day. Something that you don't understand, you ask what it is. So I'm going to tell y'all what the bear market is and what a bull market is, okay? Look at this. Look at foreclosures. Oh, that's a video. But this is talking about foreclosures. Hold on. I got the thing. Let me pull this up right quick. Bear market. Stocks have been rally, but the 9 painful stages of this bear market are not halfway done. We're going through a bear market. A bear market is when you're losing money on your stocks. This is found opinion stocks from marketwatch.com. You want to start learning things, you can go to marketwatch.com. You can start learning about it, start educating yourself on your money. Come on. Bear market typically ends with a massive sell-off. Here's what to do before then. The official definition of a bear market is a 20% or greater decline from an index previous high. According to the 3 major U.S. stock market benchmarks, the NASDAQ and the SP 500 and the Dow Industrial Average, DJIA, are currently all in bear market. But 2 days ago, they told us that we were in bull market. Now, y'all, we've been in bear market for more than 3 quarters. 3 quarters, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. Quarters are 3 months. We've been in a dig on bear market all these months. And then y'all gonna tell us for 2 days we've been hitting high, we in a bear market? 2 days do not match 3 quarters. You're losing money on your 401k. You losing money. And they are letting, but guess who they doing it? Guess who money that's moving really bad and faster? See, wealthy people are going to look at their money and say, okay, I lost 200,000 out of 5 million. But you're looking at your money and said, out of 234,000, I have lost 75,000. Get your money. Call your investment company who is even on your job. You find out who your job is investing through. And you say, I'm having a hardship. And I need to get some of my money. How much am I eligible to get? I would like to pay my taxes on it up front. The 20% I got to pay, I'm going to pay it up front. You get your money because, hey, they're going to lose it all. Okay? So we have been in a bear market, and last Monday and Tuesday, They said that we was in a bull market. Let me show you what a bull market means. Look, this is a bear market. Fair rallies, that's one. Y'all can read this. Low volume rallies. Another bear market clue is that the stocks move higher on low volume. This is a clue that the major financial institutes aren't buying all the algos, and hedge funds may be easy for the algos to push prices higher in a volume. Let me tell you something. Let me give you an example. Let me talk about a company y'all might know. Okay, let's say, what's a company? Somebody give me a company in this chat. Give me some kind of company we will all know. Gerber. Say Gerber used to be $75 a share. If you wanted to get in and buy the Gerber stock, it's $75 a share. But then you pull up tomorrow and say, how much is the Gerber stock today? The Gerber stock then fell to $10 a share. You know what you better do? You better buy it. You better buy it. You better buy it. If it done went from 75 to $10 a share, you better buy, and buy. I'm going to tell you why. Because Gerber is a big old company, and it's going to go back up. I'm going to tell you a good place to start doing your stocks now. If you want to buy Walmart, Target, excellent places. I just told y'all a month ago that Walmart is overstocked in their warehouse, overstocked in their stock rooms, and they're going to start pulling all that junk out and selling it to y'all for cheap, cheap, and cheap. Their stocks have fallen. But y'all know Walmart is going to come back. Gerber is going to come back. So if you're buying at $10 a share to recover, in March, it might be $500 a share, and you done bought it at $10. Can you imagine the profitability you will have? Know where you're going to get that $10 from? You're going to tell your Mass Mutual or whoever you invest through, I'd like you to roll over and buy me 10. Roll your money over. Don't take it out. Roll it over and say, I'd like to buy 10 shares of Gerber, and I need you to roll it out of one of my stocks in the SP 500. That way, the money ain't out into your hands where you got to pay taxes on it, and then you got to put it back in. You tell them what you want. See, I have an investment. I got a day trader, but you know what I do? I call and say, yo, Jesse, I was looking at this stock, and I need you to pull it from my medicinal marijuana and roll me about $50 over there. Give me 50 stocks. Jesse better do what I say. He better send me an email to say that the client has called and requested that I buy 50 stocks of Gerber and to roll it out of her medicinal marijuana. See, before marijuana became legal, I started investing in medicinal marijuana. Guess what? Nobody thought weed would become legal. Do I smoke? No. But I knew we got to start looking at stocks, a sign of the future. I may not smoke, but I know a bunch of weed heads. Buy low. Tell them, dear Dana, buy low and sell high. And guess what? I don't want to be accused of being a person to say that I'm talking to y'all like a child, because I have heard that so much when I'm talking about the stock market and Freaky Financial Friday. That's why I slowed down doing it, because everybody say, oh, she's over there talking to people like a child. But you see that statement up there, buy low and sell high. We need to educate each other. I may not know everything, but I do know that if you ain't got the money in the bank and in your pocket, You got money that you've been investing from your job this whole entire time. You have money. Where y'all think I ain't got money to make my car note, you call them people that you've been investing through because you done worked at Walmart 15 years. You got money in your 401k. That's your money. You tell them you need some, and you make sure you tell them, I want to pay my taxes for upfront. You pay the taxes upfront. When you get your next income tax, you can pay the back taxes when you get your income tax, or you can tell them, I want to pay my taxes upfront and back, and give me my money. Then when you get your W-4 form, you ain't got to worry about paying taxes on none of that. You might have to pay on your state if you have state taxes. Thank you, darling. You like dear Dana says, use your gut instincts. If you need help, hit me up. You ain't got to tell me your business, your bills, or nothing. But I'm going to tell you what you feel about it. When you spoke to them, your 401, your employer knows exactly how to contact them people. And they would tell you, I don't know how to contact them. They would tell most of you, I don't know how, because when you're doing that, you're taking money from them too. And they don't want you to get it. But don't you think that you should get your own money instead of having them lose your money? Come on now. You don't want somebody else to lose your money. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the super chats. Y'all know I really appreciate them. Thank you, darling, for your $5. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. But I'm telling you, wouldn't you rather get your money than let the economy just take your money? That's what they're doing. If you need a stock question and you tell me, listen, 6 months ago, Gerber was $75. Marcella, do you think that I should buy, Gerber Nance $10? I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna put this banner up here for you right here. This is what I'm gonna say. This is what I'm gonna tell you right here. Y'all look at that banner I'm going to put up. Financial tips only. You see that? Not liable for any money lost, but you do the math. That's what I'm gonna tell you. The financial tips are only tips, not liable for any money lost. But I'm gonna tell you, use your common sense. If you done looked at 6 months ago, the Gerber was $75 and now they're selling it for 10. Yeah. How can I get in there and buy some too? But I'm telling you, pay your credit cards, minimum payments. Tell your kids we gotta eat some leftovers. Stop buying steak and let's get back to the basics, chicken and whatever y'all eat. Maybe try some vegan dinners. But guess what? The vegan food is higher than our food. Remember, our ancestors used to eat scraps and they called them chitlins, didn't they? And it was the best thing. You may not eat pork anymore, but listen, my whole thing is I'm trying to tell you to please cut back on spending your money right now. October, November, December, in January, they're going to show you what they're working with. They're going to start hitting people in the head with everything you got. When you leave your house, turn down your heat. Y'all, I want to teach y'all a whole stock class but I need you, before I help you learn stocks, I need you to start reading some of these, learning what the bear market, what the hedge funds are. Look at the chart, and if you don't understand something. So now I told y'all about bear market. Let's talk about bull market. Bull market.
Period of growth in prices and investor confidence in the financial market. We haven't seen a sustained bull market since before the COVID-19 pandemic, which ended an 11-year run of stock market growth. However, not all bull markets are sustainable.
Do y'all read this? A bull market is a period of growth in prices and investor confidence. They haven't seen it in 11 years. But on this Monday, Wall Street tried to tell us that the S&P 500 is in stable condition. We're in bull market mode for the S&P 500. That is bullarchy. because the S&P 500, which most of you invest in from your jobs, okay? That's what you're losing, your money. Y'all, like I said, we don't want to panic. We want to figure out write down your bills. Write them down, every bill you got. You know what you put? The bill name. I'm going to put name, what you paid, and what you owe. You got Sears over here. You paid Sears $150 this month, and you owe Sears $50 over here. You already owe that. You already paid. You owe them $50. Then you know what you do at the end of the month? You pay them mugs $25. You pay them $25 if you owe them $50 over here, because what we're going to do is work on something bigger that we owe. Pace yourself. Don't panic. Everybody don't have a lot of money to pay their bills. Hopefully, Social Security is going up. Like they said, I don't know how many times they said Social Security going up, and it didn't. It went up one time. Our grandmother, check on our grandmothers, check on other people, check on our families that you know that are struggling. If they're making a sacrifice to work on what they have, help them. Listen, I know in the Filipino community, they help each other. They will all get a big, brand new, pretty house and all move in it together and pay for it. But not us. But guess what? How our greatest president saved democracy, and we can too, and you got to save yourself as well. We got to stop fighting people for the color of their skin and all this old crap, and we got to focus on our own families. While we're worried about other people, our families are getting lost financially and back into poverty. Love one another. Work in your family together. And I'm telling you, you can come to me behind the scenes. I will talk to you about finances. Everything you talk to me about, I will keep it confidential, because my goal is to make you laugh, but it's to also make you feel okay about what we're going through. About the so I am praying that we be able to help each other. I'm going to tell y'all some things that y'all can go to Newsbreak, okay? That's where I get all my stuff, and I get pop-ups of Newsbreak, and you know, you let them know that you want financial things. Go to AARP bulletin.com. I get this free, and it's telling me smart money moves to fight inflation. We have to help each other, no matter what the color of our skin is. We have to do this. So please, y'all, if y'all have any questions, please let me know. We have to help each other. Medical insurance is going up too. It is. But y'all just remember this. Sit back and think. If your grandparents are still living, or your mama, say, Ma, you know, when you was, what did y'all do? I'm gonna tell you right now, I get a lot of migraine headaches. You know what my grandmama told me to do? Take some Vicks and put it across my nose just like this, some Vicks. And guess what? 15 minutes, my headache is gone. I'm not taking no pills in my system. I took that Vicks and put it up here on this bone and under my nose and right in my nose, and my headache went away when I go to the doctor, and then they want to give me some medication. We got to stop running to the doctor. We got to find some. Listen, everybody whose insurance is going up, let me tell you what you do. Flood into social services and apply for the family. Is called Famous. I don't know what they call it in other states, but it's called Famous, right? You go right over there and say, I can't afford insurance for my kids. And you apply for a family insurance called Famous at social services. Stop being ashamed to get with food stamps. That's your tax money. Famous is your tax money. You know the FICA. Do you ever wonder who FICA is that you be giving your money to? That means if you need food stamps, go get it. In this economy, you need food stamps because guess what? At one time, you were making money and now you're not making enough money to live. Get online and apply for food stamps. Get online and apply for medical insurance. Stop being ashamed. It takes many different colors to make a rainbow. Who says that one color is any greater than the other? If we all thought the same, there would be no new innovations or discoveries. And Associated Minister, you are absolutely right. We got to stop hating people for the color of their skin. See, what you need to do is get together and learn how to survive together. And then that would be one thing taken off our plates. If we stop worrying about the minute stuff and start worrying about how we're going to save each other. It's because it's against us, against the government. Believe me, the government taking our money. Thank you, Marcella. We all appreciate your help. If y'all need me, come behind the scenes. Thank you, Ceres. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Listen, Eartha Williams say you're correct. We have to take care of our money. The penny stocks to be patient. Try the penny stocks. Didn't I tell y'all that? Start the penny stocks. That will teach you how to. You can make a mistake and you can lose 5 cents. Try it. Stocks will stay like this for a while because so much uncertainty. Keep your eyes open, read and watch and pray. And I'm here for you. And guess what? Miss Eartha Williams is a gem. If y'all need her for her, tell her in the chat. Miss Williams, can I talk to you? We got realtors over here. We got doctors and we got therapists over here. Dear Dana is a therapist. Associated Minister is a pastor. Y'all, we need to put some of this hate down and pick up some knowledge. Shame is the only emotion, and you have to co-sign for shame to have any power. Please don't be the power plant. Listen, dear Dana, I fall through the cracks and cannot get insurance. Have MS, my medications are through the roof. Guess what? You need to apply for Medicare, or you need to apply for insurance at social services. Listen, all you can get is a no. My specialist costs are through the roof. Yes. But you got to now, because of what's going on in this economy, you would be surprised. They're letting people know we are taking you for Medicaid at social services. But you think they're going to announce to the whole entire world we're doing this so that you can apply? We miss out on a lot of things because they're not announcing it. Okay. Thank you, Marcella, for the helpful information. And definitely keep it up, please. We all need this helpful information. And I love giving it to you, but I don't want to seem like I'm trying to tell people what to do. Like I said, when I talk about Freaky Financial Friday, do you know that when I talk about freaky, we don't hardly have anybody here, and that's all right with me. It's okay because guess what? I feel like I'm helping the ones that really need it. Can I get Medicaid? No, not Medicare, Medicaid. Not Medicare, Medicaid. Apply for Medicaid. There's a difference between Medicare and Medicaid. Hit the like button, y'all. Thank you, service. I am not a pastor. I am an associate minister, reserve deacon, Sunday school teacher, mass choir member, and male choirs member. Thank you. But we still can call you if we need some prayer. You just became a gem and one of our partners that we're going to be needing prayer and learning things. Okay. Maybe we'll try Medicaid. That's what I'm talking about. It's a difference between Medicaid and Medicare. And if you are in California, they call it Medi-Cal, C-A-L. Y'all got to find out because there's ways you can get help, okay? And they not telling you. And guess what happens? Our Black community fall through the cracks, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because they don't read with understanding. Because they don't know how, but that's where we need to come in and help our elderly people and old people and everybody to understand that you can have Medicaid and Medicare. You just got to apply for the right thing. They're not going to tell you, you sure you don't want Medicaid? They're not going to tell you that. That means they ain't got to pay no money. Okay? So I love you guys. I'm good to go. I will be back here with the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Y'all remember, we are going on vacation. As of tonight, we're going to New York. We're going to Times Square. The Gems. I'm going to be videotaping Times Square and eating out, and y'all gonna be right with me. And I love you guys, and I will see y'all tonight. The ones don't want to receive can swipe to the left. LOL, amen. And we're gonna help each other, and we're gonna get through this together. We are, and I love you all. Let me get on out of here. Bye, y'all. Bye.